Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
I'm the brother Zakaria,
I'm the brother Adnan.
and we're coming at you from the GMS Campbell in the church. Now, before we get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Ruchakodash. Give a double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutations to your hopeful elect that's been pushing the truth. Now, we're coming at you with another lesson, and in today's lesson, we're just going to talk about being observant, all right? And in order to be observant, you must accept wisdom from Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. And you got to understand not to lean upon your own understanding as well. Because as you lean upon your own understanding of things, especially in this life, it can lead you astray to different situations, man. All right, different scenarios, okay? And what comes with that? Problems, all right? Now, we're going to open up with this chapter right here, Psalms 23, and talk about how we're in the valley of shadow of death, because us knowing that, we got to be more observant. All right, the scripture talks about pondering your steps, pondering your ways. All right, so hey, this thing is about step by step patience, long suffering, and endurance, man. Okay, if you didn't have anything to say, we can get right into it.
All right, this is Psalms 23 in the 23rd chapter, 4th verse. Excuse me. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Yes, man. So ultimately, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, that the world enemy called God in Jesus Christ, he comfort all of us, man. Okay? And how do we know that? Because we're still here. All right? Going out there on the highways and hedges, week in and week out, doing lessons, linking up with certain brothers, checking on, calling in, checking in on certain brothers. All right? That's the comfort of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah allowing us to do that, man. Because without the Lord, we was discomforted. We was closed off. All right, we wasn't really speaking like that. We were just out there in the world. But through that comfort, it allowed us to really upgrade in the spirit, so to speak. Okay? And it says, yeah, though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, especially Babylon the Great, which is America. All right? According to prophecy, according to the Bible. Okay? This the ultimate valley of shadow of death, because a lot of people can come here and get drunk off the philosophies of this great whore wine, man. Okay? They can serve who they want to serve. They can serve a rock if they wanted to. They can serve a tree. And on the flip side, you have a thing that's called pronouns and stuff like that. If a man or a woman identify as a rock or a tree as well, they can do so in this kingdom, man, which is completely perverse. Mm-hmm. All right? This is the valley of shadow of death. So, hey, Lord willing, we be a part of that number, man, because we need wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to be stable in this society, man. To be stable within this world, man. Okay? Yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil. We have to have that same mentality, man. Fearing no evil. Because really, the ultimate evil, really comes from the biggest enemy. All right? Esau, Edom, which is controlled by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. All right? But we shouldn't fear no evil, man. All right? Our faces is going to stand strong against their faces. All right? Even the evil that's about to come towards our people, man. Our people going to try to persecute us. Mm-hmm. All right? These degenerates in the hood, they have AK-47s and, what they call a 100-round drum. All right? Fear no evil, man. Because the Lord, he comforted us, man. The Lord is already with us. Okay, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And we got to believe that as well. Want to say anything, brother?
Yeah, that goes into, like the brother said, the comforter, which is the scriptures. Because Yahweh Shah is going to leave a comforter for us to comfort us in this valley of shadow of death. When you look at America, it's a very low land compared to other countries. And also, like the brother is saying, these philosophies have people in the congregation of the dead in a catatonic state, if you will, because also too, your boy Tupac did not a lesson, but the song called "Death Around the Corner," and that's how it is in America. America promotes death, and that's the reward for people who follow that lifestyle.
Now I got this word death right quick. And now it says total cessation of life, at or fat of dying, state of being dead, cause of death. Now we already know the transgression of the law, or should I say the breaking of the law, comes forth what? Death, man. All right, sin, transgression. All right, was lead into death. All right, it says cause of death. For example, you have a lot of people out there who might eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, whatever the case might be, and they're going through a lot of health problems because them not following the commandments that the Lord has placed for us. Okay, hey, to eat the right things, they don't listen to that, man. Okay, and therefore it leads them into death, man. That's why this is the valley of shadow of death, just a small example. But what wisdom can ponder our ways, so to speak. Okay, can say, hey, we want to get some information right quick, look certain things up. Okay, this is not good to eat according to prophecy. This is not good to eat according to commandments which Yahweh Shem Yahushua has laid down for us, man. All right, and that's really what led us to go off in the first place, not hearkening unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says, state of being dead, cause of death. It says, in plural, okay, ghosts, which we know spirits. It says, let me see, cessation in, effeminate things. That's pretty much the point. To death, morality. What scripture says, mortify their members. All right, to kill off certain things that's causing you to go off all the time. Okay, now let's go back to the scriptures. Psalms 23. Yea, this is Psalms 23 and 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, okay, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And what would you do typically with a rod and a staff? All right, you use that as an instrument of punishment. And how the Lord punish us? Well, through different captivities, okay? And even though we're in our last captivity, Lord, when we be part of that number, hey, he was chastising us as well, man, correcting us, okay? Scripture talks about how wisdom, she cometh to us, okay? And basically, we got to submit. We got to listen, all right? If you don't examine yourself and be observant on what's going on, how can you actually get the right things that's good for you? Okay. Now we're gonna get this Ecclesiastes right quick. This is on Ecclesiastes 4 and verse 17. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, because we all came from that dead state of mind. We was all crooked, and bring fear and dread upon him. Yes, all right. Because an individual has to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, whether it be through dreams, visions, or actual different scenarios in real life. Okay, it says fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline. Yes, because at the end of the day, it's a correction. It's going to discipline you. It's going to break you down to build you up. All right, the scripture says what? We're soldiers of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Fight the great fight of faith. But in order to do that, we must have discipline. Me and this brother were just chopping it up. What we were just saying, basically, we're going to chill out on a drink, stuff like that. And things like that takes what? Discipline, okay? It says, until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws, which is the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Then she will return the straight way unto him and comfort him, to go that comfort again, and show him her secrets. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin. Yes, because that's the whole point right here, man. His own ruin, the flesh, okay? The carnal ways, the occasion of the flesh. That's why it's very, very important to keep that discipline. That's why it's very, very important to examine yourself and examine things around you. Because without examination, how can you progress to the next level? All right? If you just still being that same level 1 individual. It's like a Pokemon. Imagine, I know I'm saying it in a carnal sense, but the game Pokemon, what you catch the creature, right? Whatever you catch, then you go out there on the field and it's just level 1 all the time, and you're trying to fight against a level 60, a level 55, all right, and you're always getting beat. You might have to take that creature and go train it, all right. You might have to learn your ways, certain disciplines, certain methods, okay, to be better, and that's what we sincerely want to be. We want to be better men for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and also in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You wanted to say something?
No, you got it.
All right, Khan. Any precepts?
You go to since we're talking about Well, matter of fact, it's some more on that one that you got. That Ecclesiasticus 4.
Oh yeah, I'll continue. It says, observe the opportunity, and beware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul.
So you gotta beware of the evil. All right, evil times, evil people. Evil means bad times. I'm sure the brother gonna get that word, but hey, look at your local news. I know Jake is like, I don't want to hear what's going on in the news and all that other stuff, but you gotta observe. That's perfect. You gotta observe what's going on when you watch the news. You gotta see that the crime rate is going up. Okay, inflation is going up. All right, people are having a hard time paying rent. What does that lead to? Crime. So you have to be aware of your situations. The captain, Kasab in our camp, months ago, he said, "Hey, watch how you watch the company that you keep. Watch who you bring into your house. All right, shit. Sometimes you gotta watch what you bring into your house. You know, bringing certain groceries. People observe what you bringing into the house. So you gotta be circumspect and move like the soldier. Well, the scriptures call us soldiers in 2 Timothy, the second chapter. So we gotta move like a soldier, man. We gotta have that mentality that we're only here for a certain period of time. We're strangers and pilgrims, like it mentions in Hebrews 11. So we got to move forward. This is not our rest. A majority of our people, they're in comfort here. All right. So we got to observe the evil times that we in.
This word observe. Now it's a verb, okay? In other words, it's a state of action. So we got to also take that action to observe things. All right. Even when we're, not aware, but we got to try our best to be aware. All right. That's the main important of being a watchman. Okay. But this the word observe. And this is for me as well, man. We can all do better on observing certain things. It says observing. It says to hold to a manner of life or course of conduct. Now we already know, according to what 1 Samuel, David, he always had good conduct. All right, because he was very observant. All right, he always act wisely amongst other men, and it actually speaks about that in 1 Samuel, man. Okay, I believe it speaks about it about 2 or 3 times. All right, it says to hold to a manner of life or course of conduct. Yes, so we're here to try to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to the best of our ability, whether it comes through conduct and also the manner of life, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is nothing but life. We just opened up with what? This place is a valley of shadow of death. Okay, it says carry out the dictates of, it says attend to and practice, to keep and follow. All right, because we're rehearsing the righteous acts. And then also, I didn't know it said that, but it says attend to and practice, because we're trying to practice the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because we're being observant. All right, individuals out there are not practicing the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They're rolling a blunt right now as we speak. Okay, or dealing with another man's woman, or trying to reserve a spot at the juicy crab. Okay, that's the actual thing that's going on amongst our people right now. It says to keep, it says follow. Well, we're trying to be followers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, it says that even I'm glad we still have this pulled up. Psalms 23 and 2. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 3. He restoreth my soul. Because what? He quickeneth our soul, man, made us alive. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. So yes, man, we're followers, okay? Because he leadeth us. All right. He created the path for us. That's how much he cared about us. All right. So as we follow on that path, we got to be more observant. Now let me go back to that word. It says to keep, it says follow, to observe, watch over, follow. We're following the ultimate shepherd, which is Yahushua. It says watch over, note, heed, look to, attend to, guard, regard, comply with. Okay? It says to keep watch, to watch, keep safe, to protect. And yes, man, we're laying hold of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua words, man. He said what? He come in the volume of a book. Then it says meaning, to say by way of remark. Okay? And that was pretty much it on that word observe. So basically just being on point, really. And that's what we're striving to be more on, all right? To be more on point. Now let me go back This is Ecclesiastes 13:13. It reads, "Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest, in peril of thy overthrowing. When thou hearest these things, awake in thy sleep." Now, in order to awake out of that sleep, it's through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and He has to awaken you, man. Okay, according to what Ezekiel, we was all dry bones, man. We was asleep. We was out there in the congregation of the dead. We was dead.
Yeah.
There was no life in us. But the Lord, He cared about us so much that He awakened us. He awakened us about that deep sleep.
Yeah, you gotta cleanse yourself by the washing of the word, like it mentions in Galatians. So you gotta cleanse yourself with the word that lets you know, hey, I'm gonna stop smoking cigarettes. I'm gonna stop lining up my hair. I'm gonna stop doing what the world tells me to do and follow what the Lord tells me what to do. That goes into observing and taking good heed, because the majority of these people, they just don't have it, man. Especially in these last few seconds of this man's system. You can clearly see that Jake doesn't have it, but we still got a business to do as far as saving souls. So we still got to watch ourselves as well. Unless we, like the scriptures say, a dog return to his vomit. We don't want to be in that situation where we go back into the world, because there's nothing here, man. You know, there's nothing here. We just passing by so we can get back to our home, man. We're in exile here in America, man. This is not. We walking on concrete. We got chemicals being sprayed over us.
GMO foods.
We're at the lowest of the low. A lot of our people work in warehouses and factories and construction. We're not where we want to be at right now. So we got to be on point and be on observe what's going on.
And it's 144 right here too. It says, this is heed on at mine. It says careful attention, notice, regard, from heed. Let me see. That's just about it on that. Let me see what this says. Observe to take care. Yes, we're trying to take care of ourselves. All right. If you ultimately taking care of yourself through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, you might get saved, man. Because again, if you observe the 2/3 of our people, they're not taking care of themselves, man, properly. All right. They're not getting there. They're not getting ready for that spiritual wedding. All right. To be joined back with our power, which is through the only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Okay.
Yeah, they coming to the wedding with a garment that got blunt stains, ketchup stains, you know, all types of stains, man. You know.
Yeah, but see, if you taking heed, hey, you're gonna be taken care of, man. And if you're being taken care of, you're gonna take care of yourself as well, man. Okay, vice versa. It says attend, care for, protect, take charge of. A lot of these individuals out here don't want to be protected, okay? And they don't even care to protect themselves. All right. The only way to protect yourself is through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. No other. Okay, your gun's not gonna protect you. Your baby mama, whatever the case might be, is not gonna protect you, man. All right. If you take heed and observe to do good in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that's the ultimate protection. You might see something go down right in front of you on that day. All right, now you got to use your motors. All right, should you go over there or should you follow the spirit? You want to go out of your own understanding, go out of your own way, and just go over there and try to be some type of superhero, or get out of Dodge, man. All right.
Matter of fact, since you brought that up, could you go to Sirach, the 3rd chapter? I think it's like 23 or something like that. Sirach.
Actually, he's right. Let me see.
That's 32.
Let me see.
All right, I think it's at the bottom.
You said 23?
Yeah, Sirach 3 and 23. Be not curious in unnecessary matters, for more things are showed unto thee than men understand.
There's a balance, okay? Yeah, you got to be observant, but in certain situations, don't observe, other people matters.
Yeah.
Okay? It don't concern you. All right? You might see something go down. It might be matter of fact, I'm going to say it like this. Prime example, like the book of Eli. Remember, he was walking, and then that chick was in the middle of the road with the dress, a little short dress and stuff. And basically, what went down is she tried to seduce him and use him, ambush him. All right? It was other individuals out there that set that lady up to try to ambush, what's her name, Eli, okay? So just a prime example, I'm bringing that example out because you might have a situation like that. Do not go on certain matters that don't concern you, And that's just using wisdom. Okay?
Yeah, that happens in real life. You have situations where that guy in New York, he saw a man and a woman arguing, and he almost got left for dead trying to be curious in necessary matters. You know, a lot of men are like, that's a female spirit. Why you arguing with her? You know, a lot of people getting put to death because they don't mind their own business. All right, you can observe things, but when it comes to these people out here, you gotta mind your business, man. You don't know what spirits are caked up on these people. You know, especially if you see a man and woman arguing, they probably love to argue any damn ways. So, you know, a lot of people are getting their number called for not minding their own damn business, man.
And it says unnecessary is not necessary for you to go deal in certain situations, man.
Can you go to verse 24?
Continuing on to verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment.
Yeah, a lot of people are overthrown by their judgment, how they feel. I feel this, I feel that. It's not about how you feel, all right? Especially with this Roe versus Wade decision. Oh, this is my body, my choice. All right, a lot of people are persuaded by their own opinion, and it's going to lead them to making bad decisions, all right? So you can't be led by your own vain opinion. Scripture say trust in the Lord and don't lean to your own understanding.
That's right. This is the word opinion on online at mine, right? It says a judgment formed or a conclusion reached. Yes. So a lot of people be forming bad judgments, okay? And it leads them to go off, really. It says, or a conclusion reached, especially one based on evidence that does not produce knowledge or certainty. Yes.
Yeah, like if I can say, this rap culture, man, it makes you a total animal. And I'm not saying we're just holier than thou, we don't listen to it. But the greater majority of our people between the ages of 12 to like 50, they're under that hip hop influence of being a real nigga, you know, carrying guns that are illegal, smoking weed, committing adultery. So it doesn't produce any knowledge at all. Just it keeps you in the congregation of the dead. And their opinion is whatever the hip hop artist says, we go by it. Now everybody wants to have blonde dreads like Future or look like Lil Wayne or whoever's out here. All right, they're persuaded by this world and the opinion of this world.
It's beautiful you said that because it says opinion and it says view. It says judgments founded upon probabilities. Then it goes by saying opinion, conjecture, fancy, belief. One who thinks. A lot of these people think too damn much, man. Okay? It's a yay or a nay, man. All right? Don't eat this. Don't do that. Don't commit adultery. But people just do it anyway. Now, again, we do have stony hearts. We are in the flesh, but according to Romans the 12th chapter, hey, this is our reasonable service. It's a reasonable thing not to do that. Okay? It's reasonable. All right? That's why we was reading earlier where it says opportunities. All right? Here it is. You have the opportunity. And within that same opportunity is reasonable responsibilities in that opportunity, man. But a lot of these people don't want to take hold of that. All right? To get salvation, really. It says fancy belief. It says one who thinks, appreciation, esteem, think, judge, suppose, append, to choose. A lot of these people choose evil, to do evil. Okay? But that was pretty much it on that. Wanna go back to where you was at?
Nah, I sit on that.
All right, kind. Wanna get this 2 Corinthians 13:5. It reads, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Yes, always examine yourself, man. Every day. Okay, you might have a good day, but still examine yourself. All right, is there anything I could have changed or did better? All right, did I pray today? Did I do the prayers in the morning and before I went to sleep? Okay, did I do a little studying? Did I do a little reading? All right, and because everything basically just go back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So let's examine ourselves. That's for me too. It says, whether ye be in the faith, prove your own selves, know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. And that's what we don't want to be. Okay, we don't want to be reprobates. We want to be sincere men in Yahweh Shem Yahushua that loves to praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Do you mind going to reprobates?
I was going to get this word. Let's see what this word reprobate means. Nope, the wrong thing. Bear with me 1 second.
Yeah, go to that. Click that one.
All right, at chemos, if I'm saying that right.
Strong's G96, adokimos.
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 All right, it says reprobate, cast away, rejected, not standing the test, not approved, properly used. Okay, that which does not prove itself such as it ought. All right. In other words, you perverse. It says unfit for, unproved, spurious, reprobate. Okay, so you just backwards. You a castaway, man.
Yeah, reprobate also goes into void of judgment.
Yep.
And when you look at our people with green hair and tattoos all over their face, they're obviously not capable of making just decisions. Even when it comes to their day-to-day life, they wake up, they smoke, everything is based on hip-hop culture, all right? And even the A category says properly use of metals and coins. All right, when you produce a metal, okay, like a high quality metal like gold, you're gonna have dross, and the Lord compares Israel to dross, which is basically like the sludge, man. Mm-hmm. We want to be that precious gold or silver. We don't want to be the dross, man. And that's majority of our people, just a walking sludge, walking around making bad decisions. You know. Mm-hmm. Now we're in the flesh, like the brother said, but making decisions to smoke and commit adultery and eating abominable foods, that's not the way to go. That's of a reprobate mind. It even talks about in Isaiah the 59th chapter.
That's right.
That Israel is void of judgment. Mm-hmm. Right?
And then if you go to the Strong's definition, it says rejected, by implication, worthless, literally or morally, cast away, rejected, reprobate. So as the brother was going into, if you want to judge accordingly, judge the right way, you have to put your trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua so that he can ponder your ways. He'll put it in you to make the right decisions. He'll put it in you to say, hey, I don't want to fucking smoke no more. He'll put it in you. And you got to believe that too. What scripture says, what? Ask and it shall be given unto thee. Did you ask the Lord to help you? Or did you say, man, you know what? I'm just struggling. Let me just go day by day and try to fix my addiction or whatever the case might be. Cast your burdens to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Okay? So that you could be worth something. All right? So he can look at you and say, good job, my good and faithful servant. All right? You've been holding it down. You've been calling upon me every single day. There's not a time that you did not call on me. I know you. Okay? And that's what we want, man. All right? We want to build up our relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahushua so that we don't be rejected. Okay? We want to be accepted upon them chariots. Okay, and be a part of the first fruits. Okay, which is the glory that comes with it. But let me go back. And I want to get this word examined too. Right quick.
Strong's G 3985, Pyrazzo.
Pyrazzo. And it says to try whether a thing can be done, to attempt, endeavor, to try, make trial of, test. And we're always going through different types of tests, man. All right. The Lord, hey, he tries all of us. Okay. This thing was sweet, and then it was bitter. All right. Certain brothers might go through certain things more than others, but at the end of the day, hey, we've been tried, man, within that test. And Lord willing, we all can please the Lord and pass whatever we're going through, man. Through observation, through watching, being silent, being quiet, okay, accepting rebuke, getting built up, whatever the case might be. It says for the purpose of ascertaining his quality. Because when we was out there in the congregation of the dead, our quality wasn't all that great, man. But now that we crossed over and the Lord quickened us, made us alive, we're trying to keep our quality, but also get purified, man. Increase. All right. As gold's being tried in the furnace. All right. If you keep adding different, like the brothers going into those metals, keep adding different properties on gold and stuff, it just builds up that gold, makes it stronger and stronger. All right. You keep putting it through the fire, taking it out, probably polishing it, then put it in the water, then do whatever you want with it. Okay. It says, or what he thinks, or how he will behave himself. And I brought it out earlier. Hey, David behaved himself great all the time. He wasn't like, being all like a reprobate, being like a roaring lion, okay? It says, in a good sense, in a bad sense, to test one maliciously, craftily to put to the proof of his feeling or judgment. And that's what it's all about, man. Are you sincere? All right. Are you going to smoke behind brothers' back? Or are you going to do this, that when you alone? Okay. Because it's according to what? Ecclesiastes, I believe the 12th chapter. It says that, hey, the Lord, he knows good and evil. All right. In secret. Just roughly paraphrasing it. Okay. It says to try or test one's faith, virtue, character by enticement to sin. Okay. And we're trying our best not to sin, man. All right. We're trying to overcome the flesh, man. Overcome death. Lord willing, we'll be the same ones to say, oh, death, where's thy sting? Okay.
Yeah, and this place produces an enticement to sin. Look at these women. They'll be in the workplace. How the hell you let women walk around with these tight yoga shorts on at the job? You know, that entices people to sin. And then she'll open her mouth and say she got a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But why are you wearing these clothes? Because that's what the valley of shadow of death produces. Sin. Everything that's a sin in the Bible. The scriptures say women, it's not a sin, but women should be moderately dressed. Everything that the Bible says America goes against, man.
Mm-hmm. It's perverse. I believe at one point in California, they wanted to ban the Bible. All right? They wanted to ban the Bible over there in China.
Well, that's the times that we're coming into.
Yep.
There's the time we come into times of persecution where, like you said, even our own people. I did a lesson, basically how this pastor was getting mad at the Hebrew Israelites. You're gonna see more of that. Then it's gonna be like, well, they did it. They did this. They did that.
Mm-hmm.
So we come into that time where you have to watch yourself and your actions, because it doesn't only affect you; it affects the body. Mm-hmm. You don't want the ministry to be blamed for certain actions that you do. That's why you got to be circumspect. You got to know yourself. Like we was mentioning, brothers mentioning alcohol, or are you the type of person that just gets loud and belligerent? I mean, it happens in the flesh, but you got to keep in mind of that, because you don't want the ministry to be blamed if you out there just being a belligerent drunk, or you can't control your anger even without the alcohol. Are you reserved and calm and cool, calm, and collected? Because when you deal with these people out here, understand that they don't have a full deck, man. You know what I'm saying? We're in control through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai with these scriptures. We use these scriptures to deal with these people. All right, like the scriptures say, season your words with salt. You got to know how to talk to these people. All right, because if you get into that black woman spirit of just spazzing out, it's not going to look good, man. And you can deal with the black woman, you can deal with Esau, you can deal with these men out here if you use wisdom.
Yeah, like I believe me and the brother mentioned it before. Or I'm gonna say this: like if you in line at a grocery line, and you might see the Israelite woman from the tribe of Judah right there, and she has a horrible and bad attitude. Well, your soft words can probably change her whole mood. And then she said, "Have a good day, sir." You know, whatever the case might be. But that's the power of the tongue and Yahweh Shem Shah, man. All right, being prudent. All right, changing people's characters, so to speak. All right, because ultimately, who want to hear a nagging, woman? All right, we understand that our people are going through something, but hey, a soft word can turn away wrath. Okay, but you call it this Amos 5?
Yeah, I read it.
Okay,
This is
Sit.
we're gonna go to verse 4. We're gonna go to Amos 5, verses 13 through 15. Therefore, the prudent shall keep silence in that time, for it is an evil time. Yes, as we mentioned, it's evil times, man. Wars and rumors of wars. We did a lesson on last week on these riots that are going on. What country is that? It was Indonesia.
Yeah, Indonesia.
They were tearing stuff up, man. All right, and then they had an earthquake in China, but that's coming here to America, man. You know, there's going to be a time where there's going to be many natural disasters. We're still in hurricane season, so who knows what the Lord has? And we're still in the 7th month. So it's been a heavy month. You had that queen over there that dropped dead.
Yep.
All right, so there's a lot of stuff that the Lord is doing. We just gotta keep silence, man. And you know, and that even goes into like I'm saying, sometimes with these people, man, it's sometimes to be silent, open up. Sometimes it's not to, man. You know, trying to tell everybody, for the proselytes out there that's watching, the young brothers that's coming to the faith who are Israelites, all right, vocab Malone, try to say that the proselytes are Gentiles. For the proselytes that are coming in, you know, it's not a good time to tell everybody you're Hebrew Israelite and walk around with fringes on your T-shirt. That's these other elementary camps that always, where your fringes at. We're coming to a time where, hey, you wear them fringes on your T-shirt, man, you a target.
Yeah.
You got to know, you got to be a Jew inwardly, like it says in the scriptures. So you got to conduct yourself in a manner that's acceptable and provable to the Lord, and it's an ongoing process.
Yep, and that goes all the way back to this word I brought out right here. All right, prudent, which
Strong.
so like I didn't mean to press that, but really, which means to be wise. Okay.
Yeah, that word is shakal.
Shakal, and that's what a lot of our people don't have. Okay. Now, shakal, to be prudent, to be circumspect, wisely understand, prosper. Because with wisdom, you will prosper. All right. Here it is. You might be in the midst of all hell breaking loose. All right. You might see the tanks. You might see some ballistic missiles fly over your head just to hit another part of the world. Whatever the case might be, but that wisdom is going to have you prosper in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Lord, He's going to shelter you, man. He's going to guide your footsteps. He might put a thought on your head to say, hey, go that way and run and never stop. You just might just follow your instincts, but He put it in you. Okay? And then here it is, you're running. Then that whole part that you were just at just got obliterated. All right? It's, destroyed. And then you like, oh, God, like, how about you? I just had that feeling. Something in me just ran. You just giving all praises to Yahweh by Shema Shah. It says, and excuse me if I keep coughing, it says to be prudent, be circumspect, to look at or upon, have insight. And yes, man, the Lord give us the ultimate insight on what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the beautiful thing about it. That's the beautiful part about it, man. Lifting up Esau's skirt. We got the insight of this devil, man, on what he's doing. Okay? We can see certain times according to, blood moons. All right? Certain blood moon, a lot of blood moons and full moons happen on a lot of holidays too. But you will be able to know that as well in the spirit if you would just measure the time diligently by being observant. Okay? And all of us have it in us. We can all see these things. You can feel it in the air. Like, man, something's about to happen. Or you might be in it might be a certain day you're like, man, why is it so damn gloomy? Or and people driving all crazy because, hey, ultimately, Yahweh Shah is within all of us. We have that feeling. We can see it. It said, yeah, you got it.
I was say, like, yeah, you can feel it, like, on certain Thursdays, man. Like,
yeah,
that's just like, man, it's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of cops everywhere. It's just something about Thursdays. It's just like, you gotta really be circumspect on the roads too, man. It's just certain days where it's like these people are under a demonic influence. Even we're gonna drop another lesson too on these satanic holidays. You gotta know what time you in. Esau is trying to put this witchcraft out here going into so-called Halloween in these holidays, man. So you really gotta have an insight on what this devil's trying to do, man. The Lord has already gave us the blueprint, what He's trying to do with His fourth industrial revolution, but on a smaller scale, He's conjuring up these spirits, coming into the fall season.
Yep. It says to give attention to, consider. What the scripture said, Israel doeth not consider. A lot of reprobates, 2/3 out here don't consider, hey, maybe I shouldn't go out on the Sabbath. Maybe I should stay my ass at home. Okay? Versus going out, having a drink, whatever case, which, certain things that's according to the spirit. But typically, you want to consider certain things, man. Fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says ponder, be prudent. All right, and that's all I'm gonna just bring out. That was about the main point, bringing out the same things.
All right, so verse
It's like it.
Amos 5:14. Seek good and not evil, that you may live. And so the Lord, the God of hosts, shall be with you, as you have spoken. Now, the scripture in Joshua says, the Lord will be with you wherever so thou goest. You can't do that by being a reprobate, man. All right, and hey, seek good, not evil, that you may live. This week, hey, this hip hop star PNB got rocked. He got put to sleep. All right, because he wasn't following the ways of the Lord, man. All his music was promoting adultery, living it up. All right, if you can't tell, man, your favorite rapper or R&B artist is getting put to death, man, because they're not seeking good. All right, so verse 15. Hate the evil and love the good. So yes, hate is in the Bible for you Christians, man. Hate, there's many scriptures on hate, and it's not your definition. You Christians talk about love, love, love. Well, you even see out here people hating on each other that leads to death. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment and negate. And that's what's wrong with our people, man. They look to rappers to establish judgment. Ball players, athletes.
Yeah, people like Oprah
Winfrey. Yeah, man. That messed up a lot of you women. That messed up a lot of you women back in the 80s and 90s, man. A lot of our mothers and aunties are using bad judgment what Oprah said in the 80s. All right, it says, and establish judgment and negate, and maybe that the Lord God of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. And we're looking to be that remnant of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So that goes into establishing judgment. The whole world doesn't want, well, the majority of the world doesn't want to come back to the good. Now, I watched this lesson from the brother I'm a one from the GMS Kansas City camp. And basically, your success goes by setting up righteousness. It doesn't go by your bank account or how you feel. It goes by righteousness, man. Establishing righteousness, and that's what we do when we go out to the highways and byways, whatever day that we go out.
Yep. And what's the reward for that? Just add on to you, brother. It says, "A man ways pleases the Lord if you do righteousness." Just roughly paraphrasing. Your enemy's gonna be at peace with you. Everything might be flowing at a certain time. Okay. It's really whenever the Lord chooses for you to actually get exalted, so to speak. But yeah, man, just keep pleasing Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That's for all of us, man, to the best of your ability. Okay, because we see the individual who's not pleasing Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and we already know the judgment for them. And what? Don't even worry about them, man. The unjust are just gonna stay unjust still. They are unjust people. All right, their minds are not right, man. They're evil. We're coming to a time where people's hearts are waxing colder and colder. We can see it. You know, different videos getting put out, especially the Northern Kingdom. Oh, my goodness. Okay? But, hey, that's the state of our people, man. The mind state of our people. All right? So hate the evil and love the good. And establish judgment and negate. And, of course, it says hate evil. That don't mean go out there and cuss everybody out. That's not wise. Scripture says what? Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, man. Okay? You might see certain things, just mind your business and be harmless as a dove. Like you see certain pigeons or whatever the case might be, you know, they of the dove family. You'll walk by them, they'll just walk out your way and they'll just be chilling. Just be peaceful. Don't be, oh, you know what? You know, you shouldn't be wearing no pants, lady. You know, hey, take your fringes off, man. That's not, you know, that's not wise. Okay? And do good and establish judgment and negate. It may be that the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts, will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. Yeah, and that remnant, Lord willing, will be a part of that remnant, man. Okay? But that was pretty much the point. You had anything else? All right. Well, we're just going to close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, man. Okay? Be observant. Again, this message for us too, to be more observant, circumspect, whatever the case might be, so we can get the hell up out of here, man. All right? Because Babylon's about to get destroyed. Okay? So we're going to give all honor and glory unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Chakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutations to your hopeful elect for pushing this truth. All right. With that, shalom.
Shalom.